Have you ever felt the overwhelming burden of emotional attachment, feeling trapped in a cycle that seems impossible to break free from? It's a common struggle that can leave you feeling powerless and stuck. But here's the silver lining. Change is not only possible, but well within your reach. Drawing wisdom from ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, we will uncover the key to mastering the art of detachment and breaking free from the emotional chains that bind us. In this transformative video, we will explore the profound principles of Stoicism to guide you on a journey towards emotional freedom. By applying these timeless teachings, you will discover practical and healthy strategies to detach from someone or something that weighs heavily on your mind. Say goodbye to the mental shackles of attachment and embrace a newfound sense of clarity and focus on what truly matters in your life. If you believe in the power of personal growth and are ready to break free from the chains of emotional attachment, then this video is for you. The power of detachment. Why is detachment important? Think about it. When we cling too tightly to people or situations, they begin to control us. It's like giving someone else the remote to your feelings, letting them flip through the channels at will. Their influence can dictate your happiness, your sadness, and in extreme cases, can drive people to make irreversible decisions. Detaching doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you're assigning the proper weight to things outside your control. Imagine your emotions are like a kite. Every string attached to something or someone represents a potential direction. Your emotions can be pulled. If you hold on to too many strings or hold one too tightly, you're at the mercy of the wind. Stoicism teaches us to loosen our grip, to understand that while we can't control the wind, we can decide which strings to hold. This doesn't make you cold or indifferent. It makes you grounded and resilient. Let's get a bit more practical. Start by identifying what or who you're overly attached to. Next, ask yourself why. Are you seeking validation, afraid of loneliness, or something else? Understanding the root of your attachment is the first step in loosening its grip. Now, engage in activities that fill you with a sense of purpose and satisfaction. Don't let attachment to an idea or person anchor you down. Detachment, in its essence, sets you free. Understanding attachment. You need to realize that when you're attached to something, you are operating from your ego. Let's strip things back to basics. We are creatures of love at our core. Think about a newborn baby radiating joy, untouched by the complexities of ego. Yet, as we age, our ego takes the driver's seat, cluttering our lives with attachments. These attachments, whether to people or ideals, cloud our judgment and distract us from our essence, which is love. Remember this. Attachment is the game of the ego, the very antithesis of love and self-contentment. If we step back and view our desires and connections through this lens, we begin to see the unnecessary weight they add to our lives. Now, envision a life lived from a place of love, not ego. Imagine the freedom of not clinging desperately to outcomes, people, or statuses. Living from love allows you to trust in abundance, to genuinely believe that what's meant for you will find its way. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about a deep-seated belief in your personal value and capabilities. It empowers you to let go, to recognize that attachments are merely anchors, limiting the vast ocean you're meant to explore. So, how do we start to untangle ourselves from these anchors? Begin by acknowledging the attachment. See it for what it is, a product of your ego-seeking security and validation. Next, shift your perspective. Understand that your worth isn't tied to this attachment. Your essence, your core, is enough. This understanding doesn't occur overnight. It's a deliberate practice, a conscious choice to prioritize your inner peace over external validation. Finally, embrace the concept of abundance. When you let go of the fear of loss, the universe has a way of rewarding you with more than what was let go. Detachment doesn't mean you care less. It means you understand better. It means staying true to your essence, letting love guide you rather than fear. The journey towards detachment is transformative. It's about shedding layers of the ego to uncover the resilient, love-filled soul beneath. It's about moving forward with lightness, free from the burdens of attachment, ready to welcome new blessings with open arms and a steadfast heart. The illusion of the ego. Sometimes our ego makes us believe that we're not good enough, or that another person's grass is greener, leading us into a trap where we emotionally cling to others for validation. This misconception often leads us to idolize individuals, placing them on a pedestal as if they possess something unattainable. Yet when stripped down to our essence, in life's critical moments, we realize no one holds a special ticket. We're all equally vulnerable, equally human. It's crucial, then, to confront this illusion head-on, to see it for the mirage it is, and not let it distort our perception of ourselves or others. Let's talk self, confidence, and inner healing for a second. It's okay to remind yourself that you're amazing, special, and unique. It's a healthy practice for building self-esteem and nurturing your inner child. However, embracing this mindset doesn't mean viewing others as less than or separating yourself from the collective human experience. Instead, it's about recognizing that while we each have our unique paths, no single path is inherently superior to another. Our stories are interwoven threads in the larger tapestry of life, each as significant as the next. Now, onto the subject of detachment. Particularly in relationships, it's easy to fall into the lack mindset, fearing the loss of someone unique and irreplaceable. This thought pattern is a direct offspring of our ego, whispering lies of scarcity and limitation. In truth, enforcing emotional detachment is not about denying feelings or becoming indifferent, but about embracing the abundance of the universe and our capacity for love. It's acknowledging that while someone can be special to us, our completeness doesn't rely on their presence. This realization liberates us from fear-based attachment, empowering us to love freely without clinging desperately. Finally, resonating with the Stoic philosophy, it's invaluable to practice seeing every individual, including ourselves, through a lens of equality. Everyone we meet, everyone we might lose, plays their role in our journey, just as we play in theirs. But no role is indispensable. By internalizing this, we cultivate a profound emotional strength that prepares us to face life's uncertainties with grace. The Stoics taught us the importance of focusing on what we can control: our perceptions, actions, and will. In applying this to relationships and detachment, we find a path to genuine peace and resilience, shedding the illusions cast by our ego and embracing the liberating truth of our shared humanity. Detachment in practice. The thing is, you have to be willing to let go of past experiences. You have to be willing to let go of past relationships. It's like holding onto a rope so tight that your hands start to hurt, but you're scared to let go because you don't know what will happen if you do. Let me tell you, letting go doesn't mean you fall. Sometimes it means you can finally stretch your hands, reach out, and grab something even better. I had to learn this the hard way, when I clung on to a comfortable relationship, because it felt safe, not realizing I was shutting doors to potential happiness that was knocking on my door. Here's another truth bomb. Fear of missing out, or FOMO as we call it, is a trap. It's like watching everyone else's highlight reel on social media while you think you're missing out on life. But it's not real life. It's a curated, filtered snapshot meant to showcase a perfect moment. Once I stopped scrolling through everyone else's stories and started living my own, FOMO lost its grip on me. Not knowing every detail of someone else's life doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're fully present in your own life, making memorable moments that belong to you and you alone. Attachment to a false image of happiness can make letting go seem impossible. You see others living their best life and fear that you're falling behind, that you might never have what they have. But remember, grass only looks greener from a distance. Up close, you'll see it has its share of brown patches too, creating an illusion of perfection in someone else's life. Steals joy from your own. It's like running on a treadmill, trying to catch up to a hologram. No matter how fast you go, you'll never reach it because it's not real. Detachment isn't about giving up happiness. It's about defining it on your own terms. So to emotionally detach, follow the Stoic principle. Focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your growth. It's empowering to realize that no one's opinion, no past relationship, not even a shiny filtered life on social media, has the power to define your worth or your happiness. This realization is your armor. It allows you to move forward, unburdened by unnecessary attachments, free to experience life in all its unpredictable glory, and open to the genuine, fulfilling connections that are waiting just around the corner. Remember, letting go isn't an end. It's a bold step toward the life you truly deserve. The path to happiness. Where does true value come from? It's a question that, when answered, can pivot us away from unnecessary attachments and towards a state of emotional freedom. Understanding this concept is particularly crucial when the challenge is to detach from someone, a process deeply ingrained in the principles of Stoicism. It's not about severing ties with malice or indifference, but about recognizing that the most profound form of companionship you'll ever possess is the one you have with yourself. True value, as it turns out, stems from within. Your character, your wisdom, how you treat others. It's easy to think that happiness is locked in someone else's presence in your life. But that's not the case. Real happiness is a fortress you've built brick by brick from your own values, actions, and resilience. When you rely too heavily on someone else for your happiness, you're essentially handing them the keys to your emotional well-being. But what happens when they leave, or when their actions no longer align with what you need? You're left outside trying to break into a place that was never truly yours. Detaching doesn't mean you're discarding someone. It means you're reclaiming your emotional sovereignty. It's a process of understanding that while relationships add richness to life, they are not the sole determinants of your happiness. This understanding is liberating. It shifts your focus back to your internal state, where true value and fulfillment reside. Practically, this can involve several steps. First, reconnect with your passions and interests outside of the relationship. Engage in activities that bring you joy and satisfaction independently. This reinforces the idea that your happiness isn't contingent on another person's involvement. Next, set boundaries. It's crucial to recognize when a relationship is no longer serving your emotional needs and to have the courage to step back when necessary. This is not an act of selfishness, but of self-preservation. Lastly, practice gratitude and mindfulness. Take time to appreciate the small joys and achievements in your daily life. Mindfulness helps you stay present, reducing the anxiety often caused by dwelling on the past or fearing the future. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, reinforcing a sense of completeness within yourself. Incorporating these practices can significantly aid in emotional detachment, allowing you to live more authentically and independently. Remember, true happiness and value come from within. By focusing on your inner world and maintaining a balanced perspective on relationships, you reclaim control over your emotional well-being. This shift not only enhances your capacity for joy, but also prepares you to engage in healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. The Stoic mindset. Incorporating the Stoic mindset into your daily life can transform your approach to detachment and relationships. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and reactions. By practicing this, you learn to let go of the need to control others or external situations, which often leads to unnecessary attachments and emotional turmoil. One of the key principles of Stoicism is the concept of amor fati, loving one's fate. This means embracing all aspects of life, including the difficult ones, as essential parts of your journey. When applied to relationships, it encourages you to see each connection as a meaningful experience, regardless of its outcome. This perspective helps you appreciate relationships for what they are, without clinging to them out of fear or insecurity. Another important Stoic practice is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and reflections can provide clarity and help you process your emotions. It allows you to step back and objectively analyze your attachments, understanding their root causes and how they affect your well-being. Journaling can also serve as a reminder of your progress and growth over time, reinforcing your commitment to emotional detachment. Lastly, cultivate a sense of gratitude and contentment. Stoicism emphasizes finding joy in the present moment and appreciating what you have. By shifting your focus from what you lack to what you possess, you reduce the power of attachments and create a more balanced, fulfilling life. Incorporating these Stoic principles into your daily routine can help you achieve emotional freedom and resilience. By focusing on your inner strength and wisdom, you can navigate relationships with a sense of calm and clarity, ultimately leading to a more authentic and fulfilling life.